I wanna get it. I wanna get it. Keys to the mansion house, you know. Started driving wings right with the look. Started, I've been going crazy, paying cash with my card. With my card. I need me a key. Get it, we get it, we a freaker. Oh my baby girl, she a keeper. Oh my baby girl, she a tweaker. I'm out of control when I'm crushing on you. She don't tell me no when I'm touching on her. H-Town, loving with her. Baby, come here, I'm a here, I'm a here. Take me through that, take me through that.
What's up, Josh?
Take me through that, take me through that.
A little late start today. Fucking job woke me up at. It woke me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning to deal with a network issue. My ass couldn't get out the bed, you know. Fucking old, yo. My fucking sleep get interrupted. It's hard to get up in the morning. So I'm on my way in there now. Anyway, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm exhausted, bro. What's up, Greg? One in the chat if y'all can hear me. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. Alright, that's what's up. So it looked like Trump is pausing airstrikes, right? Trump is pausing the airstrikes. He's saying for 5 days, I guess in hopes to make a deal with Iran, is what they're saying to me. Why the fuck would you do that? That was retarded. Anyway, so Trump, he's pausing airstrikes on energy facilities in Iran in hopes to make a deal. To me, it sounds like that he's in damage control right now. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like he's in damage control right now, and he's trying to make it seem like he's trying to be the one to come to the table and be benevolent in this situation. The reason why I think he's in damage control, I think he's starting to realize striking Iran was a bad idea. Not in the sense that, you know, we can't handle it because we're the fucking United States of America. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want it with us. Period. I don't care how tough they think they is. They don't want it with, you know, with us. You feel me? You know? So Trump, I think he's starting to realize it was a bad fucking idea, especially after you got Joe Kent coming out. You're fucking, like I said on Friday, Joe Kent was Jack Bauer. He was fucking Jack Bauer for the real life Jack Bauer. He was just CTU fucking director, counterterrorism director. He had all the intelligence that, you know, Tulsi Gabbard, she gets her national intelligence from him. He's the one that'll tell you that if some shit was a threat, some shit was an imminent threat or not. And he was saying it wasn't. But he was saying that none of the stuff that he was reporting was getting to the president because it was purposely being blocked. So then you got Tulsi basically confirming that shit in her hearing that she had last week. So now you got Joe Kent coming out there. Then you got Tulsi coming out there basically saying that, yeah, no, it was no real threat there. You know, especially now, you know, and then referencing, what was it, fucking Midnight Hammer or some shit like that? That shit sound like a fucking porn. Operation Midnight Hammer. It sounds some shit you do. you call a girl up after you leaving the club. Hey, you're about to drop this Midnight Hammer off on you, shorty. Answer the door. Oh, man. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so with Operation Midnight Hammer, they said they completely eradicated Iran's nuclear capabilities. But now they're still going back to that playbook. We can't let Iran get a fucking nuclear weapon. But y'all just said y'all in June, y'all killed that shit. Like, it was gonna take them forever to fucking even try to do that shit again. So which one is it? Right? Which one is it? So now you looking crazy. You starting to see that you looking wild. And I think Trump's trying to do some damage control and try, oh, we need to make a deal. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. Let's get a new nuclear deal. Whatever. I don't know what it's going to do. The question is if Trump is trying to make this deal with Iran, what the fuck is Redactistan going to do to sabotage that shit? See, that's what I'm looking at. I'm hearing the whole Trump ceasing the fire for 5 days to try to make a deal. But what is Redactistan going to do to fucking sabotage it? Because they don't want that war to stop. They don't want no deal. I told you guys this back then, that last year. I told you that shit under the Biden administration. I told you guys, like, yo, they don't want no deal. They want that part of the world. They want total control of that part of the world, yo. I do agree with that. I agree with that, Noel, but I don't think that's Redactistan's goal. I think Redactistan's goal is to take control of that region, period, full stop. And they want their puppet in Iran so they can have, control over the total domination. Yeah, they're not fighting a normal war. Exactly. We're right down the same page. So that's going to be the interesting thing to see, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the sabotage. I'm looking for the fucking monkey wrench in the gears. Because I can see Iran actually probably coming to the table, because right now, like, if you look at everything, right, let's just say you look at it from let's just say they got somebody looking at this shit from a consumer and a civilian perspective or business perspective. You know what I mean? The Straits of Hormuz is locked down, period, full stop. I don't care what the news tells you. The Straits of Hormuz is locked the fuck down. Ships ain't moving through that shit because they can't get insurance through there. And if they can't, I wouldn't, like, if I had a fucking $1 billion ship or a $500 million ship, if I had a fucking $100,000 little yacht that I'm just trying to move through that bitch, I ain't going through there. You get my shit fucking sunk and then I don't get no compensation for it? Nah. But yeah, and that's where the propaganda comes in, Philly Greg. You know what I mean? That's the propaganda right there, right? I think he has hopes, and I think he thinks he can bring them to the table, which he probably could bring them to the table. But I guarantee Iran's gonna be like, yo, you gonna have to cut ties with our, because now they want retribution, right? It's beyond, you know what I mean? I think it's beyond talks as far as like a normal deal. I think it's now they want retribution. Like, yo, you want us to let you guys, through and the straits open. You have to part ways with Iran. You have to let Iran catch the smoke on by themselves. The question is Trump gonna be willing to do that? And in the middle of them talks is Redactistan gonna do some dumb shit? You feel me? And then just spark this shit off, yo. That's my question. That's what I'm looking for. But if you look at it from a consumer perspective, the Straits of Hormuz, and I told you guys this shit back in the Biden administration, I told you shit last year. I said, Straits of Hormuz, right? I remember I told you guys this shit when we was driving to work one day. The Straits of Hormuz is the fucking, that's the problem. They have complete control over it, and if they shut that shit down, you're going to see gas go crazy, you're going to see goods. Nigga, I went to the market the other day to get a pound of ground beef. It cost me $14 for 1 pound of ground beef. Remember, I went yesterday to Aldi's to get another pound of ground beef because I had a little cookout at the house because it was 80 degrees and it was a fucking fantastic day. Nigga, it cost me $14 for a pound of ground beef, which was crazy. And I only put it in I made some baked beans. Because black people, we put ground beef shit in our baked beans. It should be delicious. But I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? an $8 bag of fucking burger patties was like, that shit was usually $8 for like, I think you get 12 patties in that bitch. That shit cost me, was it $16 or some shit like that? It was double. And that shit is whooping people ass, yo. I spent $160 in the market on maybe $50 worth of shit. To be completely honest with you, maybe $50 worth of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Maryland, yeah. But they, and Noel, I mean, I can, you know, and Noel on that side of the world where he hearing news that we ain't hearing, right? Noel over there hearing, like, I keep forgetting I got a VPN. I need to start tapping into other. Noel, do me a favor, yo. Tell me certain news outlets that you listening to abroad that we can't hear here, so I can use my VPN to go look at some shit. I was just thinking about that last night, right? But yeah, no, they came to the table in hopes of a peace deal, and we fucking snuck them. We hit them with the sleeper. We snuck these niggas. We you know what I mean? They came on some good faith shit, and we snuck them. You know, and I guarantee they're gonna be like, yo, you know what I mean? You got to part ways with Redactistan, yo. Like, period. I guarantee that's gonna be their thing. Like, nah, because we can't trust neither one of y'all. And I don't think that Trump's gonna do that. And we gonna be in a hot war, yo. But he's definitely in damage control. What up, bro? He definitely in damage control. Period. You know what I mean? But yeah, we seeing, and then that's the crazy part, right? This shit is so volatile. We ain't got no TSA. We ain't got, like, how you got part of the Department of Homeland Security shut down over some dumb shit, and we out here, this is when we really probably need the fucking Department of Homeland Security. To the point where they about to send ICE. They about to send ICE to do TSA's job. Give me a $10,000 check, Trump. I'll go do some TSA shit, nigga. You give me a $10,000 check, I will go to BWI right now. I'll holler at HJ. Me and then HJ can get 10 niggas to go to fucking whatever the airport is in New Jersey. We get Unc down there and Nerd. Nerd can go to whatever airport in Delaware if there's one in Delaware or Philly. We get 10 niggas to go to Philly. You cut us 10 grand. Give us 10 bands each. We'll get that shit under control. Give us 10 bands each. I guess, you know what I mean? Pro said he head up to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I'm serious, shit. He want to act dumb. Look, give me and my niggas 10 bands a piece. We go make this shit happen. We'll get that fucking line moving. We'll get that line moving out this bitch. Yo, Savannah joint good? That's what's up. I'm just saying, like, that shit crazy. They said you got to get to the airport 3 hours prior to get in on your fucking your flight, which is wild. Which is fucking wild. But see, this is the thing, right? Because niggas don't think, they're not fucking smart, yo. All right. If I'm the fucking governor of fucking Maryland, Westmore, somebody in your fucking, what's the name, is probably listening. I'm sending my we got DOT police down there already, my nigga. We got DOT police down there already, just like y'all have them at the port. And remember, we were just having a conversation Friday. What I tell y'all, with a bunch of fucking agencies at the port checking trucks. Nigga, I'm sending the state police and I'm sending the DOT police down there, bitch. They gotta do TSA jobs. Period. You already got DOT police down there at the airport. Shift them over to inside and get somebody down there to just show them how to use the fucking X-ray machine. And all they gotta do is pat motherfuckers down and wand them down. Nigga, it's a simple fix. Until Homeland Security get their shit together, I'm using state resources. But that's too much like right, though. It's too much like right. right? I don't know about any other airport, but I know here in Maryland we got Department of Transportation, police department, who's at the port, and they're at the airport, and they're at the fucking train station. Use them in that capacity until y'all get your shit together. That's what's up. He pausing the gas tax for 60 days. Yeah, I bet Westmore won't do that shit. I know that nigga ain't doing it. Greedy ass nigga. They just like spending money. Like, that shit is dumb. That's what I would do. If I'm sitting here looking at this issue, our airports ain't moving. We don't have no TSA. All right, look. I need state police. Nigga, you got cadets. I know they got cadets in the fucking in the academy right now, or fresh out the academy. You send their asses to do the TSA job. It's not that fucking hard, Joe. You just reallocate resources. Like, am I wrong for thinking that shit is a fucking a solution? Am I wrong for thinking that shit is a solution? Because that shit is a solution to me. That shit is a solution to me. You got motherfuckers that's fresh out the academy, send their asses to the airports. I don't care if it's local law enforcement, whatever jurisdiction the fucking airport's in, you send them there, they do TSA work. And then once the Homeland Security shit in there, then you can worry about trying to get reimbursed for whatever you paid them or whatever. But the goal is, because them airports, you know what I mean? Airports are what? They're state-run airports, right? They're not federal, like state airports. They're not federal airports, right? They got federal workers in there, like the TSA, but they're not federal, right? They're state airports, right? Am I right about that? What up, Jabari? Yeah, exactly, Jabari, right. He said in Jersey they got Port Authority cops. Exactly, Jabari. Same thing here in Baltimore. Right, and it's like too much like right, yo. It's too much like fucking right. But they're gonna let the travelers suffer. They're gonna let their citizens suffer for what? You know what I mean? That shit is crazy to me. Yeah, so yeah, either local or state ran. So if it's state ran, then you got to step in. Like, all right, yo, we got to do something about these lines, yo. And watch, because I'm saying some shit on the stream like this. Somebody listening, they going to use that shit as a solution. It's like they should have been doing that shit, yo. It's irky, you feel me? Because what, we got the Grifties coming up. We like 30 days out for the Grifties. We got people flying into Jersey. We're going to be flying out of Jersey or New York. He about to fuck us up. You know what I mean? We got fun to have, goddammit. Like, I'm driving up, but we got some fun to have out this bitch. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why it's so hard? Yo, that's what I'm saying, right, bro? Like, the train right now is more, even though it takes longer to get up. First off, I ain't against taking the train, yo. Right? Shout out to Steph Colonel. Steph Colonel hooked me up. I had to get back to Baltimore, man, the wife, and he hooked us up, got us on the train because he that nigga, right? You know what I mean? But I was sitting on the train, I was chilling. Y'all was more comfortable on the train than I've been on any airplane. I ain't give a fuck that it took a little longer, right? And it was only like a 2-hour ride from New York to like Baltimore, for real. But I was comfortable as shit. I could have sat there for 8 hours. 10 hours. I was comfortable as a bitch. I had leg room. I could recline my seat and not bother the person behind me. They had a little concession stand and shit. Got me my little hot dog, soda, got me a water and some Skittles. I was good. Turned on a book and I was chilling. Yeah, you can get up and walk around. If you want to spend a little extra money, you can get a little private joint and you can just be in that bitch. You know what I mean? Like I'm not opposed to the train for real. I was even looking at the train versus driving, but you know what I mean, at the same time, I don't like being like depending on people to give me a ride or using Uber and shit like that. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna drive up. So I thought about the train, yo. I legit was like, yo, I might jump on this train for real and just go up that bitch. But I ain't want to be like, yo, can somebody pick me up from the train station and all this other stuff, or having an Uber from the train station and then if people elsewhere gotta fucking hop a ride. I don't like that shit. So I'm just like, I'm gonna just drive up. But you know what I mean, I'm close. But if I was in Georgia, nigga, if I was in North Carolina, I'm on the train. That's true, Jabari. He could put Border Control in charge of it. So, like, for example, right? Let's take the cruise terminal, for example, right? Like, as y'all know, I do IT for the cruise. I do IT for the port administration, period. So I'm either at the marine terminal, I'm at the trade center, or I'm at the cruise terminal, right? So at the cruise terminal, they got their little, like, equivalent to the TSA doing the wands and the pat downs. Matter of fact, go get that company. What the fuck is that company called? I can't remember. Ally? Is it Ally Universal? Yeah, call Allied up. They'll fucking send some people down there, bitch. Anyway, so they got their little bullshit equivalent to TSA at the cruise terminal. They fucking X-raying and wand them motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? And then we got Customs and Border Patrol there. We got Customs and Border Patrol there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they know how to do all that shit too. Unless I don't think they affected by the shutdown. Yeah, it's pro now. That's a long ass ride for y'all niggas, y'all. Fuck that. Nope, I'm on the train. I don't give a nigga. If I lived in Virginia, I'm on the train. If I'm in Virginia, I'm on the train. Like, nah, nigga. No, that's 4 hours. It's 4.5 hours. I'm going on the train. Matter of fact, how long it take me to get to Georgia? No, it take me 4 hours, like 3. It take me about 3 from my house. So, nigga, if I lived in Virginia, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm taking the train. Shit, I remember we did the little mini movie and shit. We headed to Connecticut. Me and Strong Dad both in the chat when HJ asked us. We was like, nigga, Connecticut Avenue, nigga, in DC. Like, what are you talking about, Connecticut? I ain't realized. I was like, oh, Connecticut, a 5-hour ride. I was like, all right, I said I can make that drive. So me and Strong Dad headed right up 95. But before, I was like, nigga, Connecticut. I thought Connecticut was like. I thought Connecticut was like an 8-hour ride. I was like, nigga, I don't know. What's up, Montoya? Yeah, they're the Palantir Tesla bots. But it's not hard, yo. Like, they be making it seem like governing is hard. Maybe certain shit might be a task, but if you smart and you ethical, you put the right motherfuckers in place to knock that shit out. But that's if you intend on doing a good job. Now, if you intend on lining your pockets and making sure you got a retirement when you fucking leave your office, then you're gonna do some shady shit. You think so? I don't know. It could possibly be Philly Greg. Because people have a visceral reaction when it comes to ice. I would just be simple. All right, let's put Put a TSA shirt on, nigga. Go in there with some khakis and some TSA shirt. You TSA today. Undercover, my nigga. You undercover, my nigga. Or like I said, send your state police or your Port Authority police. We got DOT police or MPA police. We have MPA police and MDTA police, who, like Jabari said, like they do in New York, like here in Baltimore, they in charge of the bridges and the tunnels and the fucking port, the airport, the train station, the cruise terminal. Let them do that job, yo. You got people suffering for nothing. Not to mention the way shit going now. We kind of need that kind of security coming through. You know what I mean? I'm just saying though, because now it's giving false flag vibes. Like you want some shit to spark off at one of these fucking airports, or something, so we can get fucking both feet in that bitch. I'm gonna pause it for 5 days to negotiate. Some nigga said, "Nah, nigga, we ain't negotiating shit." And then some shit happened. Like, oh look, we tried to negotiate in good faith, and this is what they did to us. We gotta go get our get back. I'm just saying, yo, like, I don't know, it's just a lot of shit be seeming like common sense. Like I said, like the shit with the whole deer population shit here in Baltimore. Oh, there's too many deer in Baltimore, and we had to hire the USDA sharpshooters. You know the fuck you didn't have to hire the USDA sharpshooters. Nigga, call me. Right? Like extend deer season. How about that? Extend deer season. Because there's a lot of hunters out this bitch. Like, hell fucking yeah. Extend that shit. I still got room in my freezer. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, like I just said, ground beef just cost me $14 for a pound. Nigga, I will go cap a fucking deer and then get that bitch processed out and get me some fucking deer, some ground venison. What? Deer chops. Shit. Two good does will get me through this fucking crisis. 2 good does will get me through this crisis. Y'all don't understand. If you want to learn, come along. Bring your best shotgun if you know how to shoot a bow. Get your bow, crossbow. I'll show you how to do this. I know some good rednecks, some real good rednecks that'll process that shit out. What you want, nigga? You want Slim Jims? They're gonna make you some Slim Jims. I know, right? That's what it seemed like, bro. Yeah, that's what I was saying too in one of my videos when I made a video on that shit, Jabari, that went fucking nowhere because TikTok's some whores. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? If you wanna pay somebody, pay hunters, okay? Alright? We will go out there bitching for $20 a deer. Right? Yeah, $20 a deer, nigga. We will bring you all that good fucking venison. Alright? Bring you all that good venison. Shit is crazy, bro. Let's make a little bit of money. Yeah, yo, people cars fucked up. All them insurance claims because some fucking buck was chasing some ass and then got cracked. He dead in the street. That's wasted meat. I drive home every day and I pass this field, right? It belongs to WBAL, right? One of the TV stations out this bitch. It belonged to WBAL. It be just fucking gangs of deer just hanging out in that field. Like, just let me stand at the gate and just take a good shot. I use my bow, ain't nobody gotta hear shit. And the field big enough that if the motherfucker run after I pop that shit with the arrow, it'll just drop before it get out of the field. It won't make it out of the field. The field big as a bitch. By the time I even get to the fucking tree line, it's gonna fall. And I just go get that motherfucker in my truck, throw that bitch in the back, and I'm gonna go set right the fuck back up again. Swap! Give me another one. I got enough arrows. By the way, arrows are more expensive than bullets sometimes, guys. Just give you a heads up. Arrows be more expensive than bullets sometimes. But you can reuse them if you don't, like, fuck them up. OnlyFans creator passed away? Who was that? Who passed away? Oh, founder. Oh, the founder. I thought you meant somebody that be fucking on screen. Like, oh, damn. So I was sad to hear that shit. Shit. The founder? That's crazy. Wonder who going. Didn't they say it was a redacted that fucking opened OnlyFans? They getting that bread. Shit get bad. I'm about to start selling content on OnlyFans. Ladies only. Nigga gonna be on that bitch with a boot shiesty on and some work boots. Pause. Nigga gonna be on OnlyFans with a boot shiesty and a pair of fucking Wolverine boots. Give me some of that money. I can see that kind of like a competitor to Patreon and shit. I can see that. Yeah. Guns and baby oil. Pause. Come along, ladies. Let's see if this Glock 43 is as big as my dick. Pause. Oh, shit. My channel be $2. Like, look, $2. I ain't trying to be rich now. $2, you know. Let's get 1,000. Let's get 1,000 subscribers. All right, that's all I need. $2,000 a month. Give me $2,000 a month. I'm good. I'm cheap. I'm cheap. A word. I remember when it first really started popping. I remember Sam Tripoli. I think he had an OnlyFans with his show. But I think it was starting to go like around that time. It was starting to get a little raunchy. I think around that time it was starting to get a little raunchy. I'm about to pull the Uncle Ho's up. I'm hungry as a bitch. I think I'm gonna hit Chick-fil-A real fast and then go to the port. I don't know what the fuck going on my radio on my car. Cause like, it worked and shit, but the time went from fucking, I don't know. I might be in another nigga. I don't know. My car might be telling me something. I might be in another timeline. My car telling me it's 5:38. I'm like, and I didn't even touch the clock. That shit told me it's 5:38. Wait, what's that? 5:38 where? What up, Sauce? Yo, I made some banging ass ribs. I made some fish yesterday. Fried up some fish yesterday. We did burgers and Doug's. I was making some burgers and dogs. What else I did? I did baked beans. You know, the beans and ground beef, the good shit. What else we did? Potato salad. I ain't make the potato salad though. I just bought some and then doctored it up a little bit. Steaks. I did some suya beef. My brother likes suya. I got him on that shit. One day I went and got some suya and I had that nigga tasted that shit. He's like, yo, this shit fucking fantastic. And then I learned how to make it. So I did some suya beef, like some thin steaks. That shit was fucking jumping. Had some bratwurst, some brats. Threw some brats on the grill. Threw some brats on the grill. I need to clean that grill out too. But threw some brats in that bitch. Hot dogs. Fucking fantastic. Good eating. I got a little bit of leftovers. That fish was gone though. Yeah, yo, it never go wrong, Sauce. You can't go wrong with burgers and dogs, yo, or the brats, yo. Like, I prefer the brats instead of the hot dogs. Like, you know what I mean? It's got more flavor in the brats. Like, the beer brats is good, but not the regular ones is good. Throw them shits on the grill. A little ketchup. Or a nice little barbecue sauce combo or something like that. You good? Oh, shit. My dumb ass just went the wrong way. I just went the wrong way. Fuck it. I'm gonna go deal with this and I'm gonna go get something to eat, I guess. I went the wrong way. I went away from Chick-fil-A, not paying attention. I'm still headed toward the job. Matter of fact, you know, I'm just going to the little diner on the port. I gotta fucking dodge all these fucking potholes, my nigga. Like, Baltimore streets is fucking terrible. Like, that's another thing, right? Like, if motherfuckers be talking about ain't no job, there's jobs out here. You need to hire some niggas to do some shaving and paving. Especially up this way. Like, the port make you so much money, you would think they would invest. You think they would invest in fucking Bronin Highway, yo. They don't, yo. They just finished a bridge. That's about it on Bronin Highway. But this shit is brutal on cars, yo. I'm driving my car, but I love my truck, yo. But the way gas is right now, nigga, that truck will be used for when I gotta go make some money with that bitch. Like, I gotta go do some shit on Wednesday for my father. So I think potentially do some shit Wednesday for my father. You hear that shit, yo? And I just slowed all the way down. The streets is fucking bad. I'm gonna take my truck because I need to take my truck to go do the job. You know what I mean? But that truck gonna sit. Cheese brats be good, but they be hard to find, Mike. Yeah, some turkey burgers on the grill, sir. I like a good turkey burger. Oscar Mayer make a good turkey burger, right? Or like, I'll do it myself. Like, if I do it myself, you know, ground turkey, a little egg, you know what I mean? A little egg, a little Worcestershire sauce, you know what I mean? A little adobo seasoning, a little seasoned salt, little Saison. Put a little Saison in that motherfucker. Y'all know about that Saison seasoning. Put a little bit of that Saison in it. Make me a good patty. Toss that bitch on the grill, boy. Toss that motherfucker on the grill. Be fucking great. Like, this shit is crazy, y'all. Like, I gotta slow down. Fuck my car up. Chopped onion? Yeah. Yeah, I don't put the onion in it because some people be crying about the onions in the burgers and shit. That's old school right there, put the chopped onions in that shit. But motherfuckers be always crying about onions. My kids, my daughter, she don't like onions. She like, I don't like that, Dad. You got onions in it. My daughter, she like, I'll order a cheesesteak. I'm like, let me get everything, no hots, provolone cheese, right? Because I'm old, my asshole can't handle them hots. Pause. Right? I don't care who, y'all know what I'm talking about. Get them hots on your cheesesteak, and then like about an hour or two later, you like, why the fuck I get them hots on that cheesesteak? But my daughter, this is her order. Dad, can I get a cheesesteak with just lettuce and mayonnaise? I'm like, ugh. Who eat a cheesesteak like that? Who eat a cheesesteak like that? You want a cheesesteak with just lettuce and mayonnaise? That's it? You want to fry it? No, I don't like onions. That. You want no tomato on that motherfucker? What about cheese? Oh yeah. Let me get American cheese. So you want lettuce, American cheese. Everybody know when you get a cheesesteak, it really should be provolone cheese. But you know, I digress. with lettuce and cheese and mayo. That's it. Like you wasting my money. You wasting my money off this bitch. It's the same. You got an 18-gallon tank on your joint? Yeah, this little sports car I got what I like to call track mode. I hope I got my fucking badge. Let me pull over because I don't even see it. I got what I like to call track mode. I gotta have it because I took it off before I got here. Hold on, y'all. And that motherfucker, that's when I be shitting and getting. That's when I be shitting and getting. There we go. There we go. It's too damn big, goddamn. Look at his face. There we go. I be shitting and getting in track mode. But I got that bitch in regular mode right now. Save as much gas as I can save. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to fucking keep like my truck. Nah, nigga. If I put a tank of gas in that bitch today, Wednesday, I'll be putting another tank in that bitch. Nope. What's up, y'all?
Oh, man, what's up, family?
Chilling,
How you doing today, sir?
Chilling. How you feeling?
I'm hanging in there, man.
I hear that,
See
yeah.
you later,
All right, yeah. That's how your son eat all his sandwiches? Yeah, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. But yeah, they do that shit with fucking pizza too, yo. They do that shit with pizza too. They just want fucking pepperonis or cheese. You know, I'm a supreme pizza type of guy. Damn, that fucking truck almost took his ass out. I'm a supreme pizza type of dude. You know what I mean? I want the works on my pizza, all right? Minus anchovies. Now, I had pizza with anchovies before, it wasn't that bad. But just, I don't know. Like, I eat sardines, so, like, anchovies ain't that serious. I eat sardines. You know what I mean? So, anchovies ain't much of a stretch. But, you know, my kids, nope, pepperoni or cheese. Maybe pineapple, because pineapples belong on pizza, period. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I mean? My kids will do like pepperoni, or I can do like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck going on? How you got a traffic jam on the port? Anyway. Or they'll do Canadian bacon, and which are just fucking ham and fucking pineapple. They'll do that. But they be like, man, like, I want to get a fucking supreme pizza. I got to fucking limit what I get or order a whole separate pizza because y'all niggas taste buds are terrible. I think kids became more picky. Back when I was a kid, we wasn't as picky. You know what I mean? I think they just jaded. I don't know if it's more picky. I think they got more jaded because they got so many options for shit. You know what I mean? Like, when we was kids, you know, I know some of y'all a little younger. McDonald's was a motherfucking luxury. It was a privilege to go to McDonald's, my nigga. McDonald's was like a fucking family trip. Now these kids just, you know, it's just normal to go get some nuggets and fries or whatever. And they don't even really, my son, he trying to get this nigga to try over shit, but this nigga nuggets and fries. So, you know, they got so many options now, and it's so readily available. And I blame us because if you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, when we was kids, we didn't get to go to McDonald's all the time. So we want to take our kids to McDonald's all the time because we ain't get to go to McDonald's all the time. And now we done created little monsters and shit. You know what I mean? Oh, you say you know when we went in people's houses? Yeah, nigga, pineapple. And don't give me no ranch or blue cheese to put on that bitch. I will put some ranch or blue cheese on my pizza, and that shit slaps. Our kids don't really know. Like my son, at least. My daughter, she had a fucking Pizza Hut party. I don't know what the fuck you doing, bro. My daughter had a Pizza Hut party or two before, you know, because she's 17. Pizza Hut was kind of on its way out, but she had a little Pizza Hut party or two before. You know what I mean? What the fuck do you want me to check on 10 for 10? Look like it's fucking up. Let me bang this U-turn. Alright, park right here. You eating everything growing up? Same here. Oh, I lie. I'm lying. For the longest time when I was a kid, I did not like fried chicken. I don't know why. But as I got older, I loved me some fried chicken. But for some reason, I didn't like it. Like, my mother made good-ass fried chicken. I don't know. Fried shit, period, like, fucked with me a little bit. I didn't, like, really like it too much. And then when I got older, I started liking that shit. Like, crabs, I was talking about this yesterday. Like, crabs, like, I learned how to eat crabs. My grandfather, my mother told me to eat crabs, but I wasn't big on crabs until I got a little bit older. Started getting in like my teenage years, maybe like my young adult years. Like, all right, then I started liking crabs more. But other than that, like, shit, nigga, give me a steak, pork, ribs, nigga, give me some ribs, nigga. Like, I'll be at the cookout. I'm gonna take to a cookout. I'll be eating all day food except for the chicken. I'll be just big hungry. Yeah, like tomato C was 16. Nigga, I was eating tomato sandwiches, nigga. Who had a tomato sandwich before? Who ever had a tomato sandwich? You know what I mean? Slice some tomato up real good, right? Slice some tomato up real good. Little mayonnaise, little salt, little pepper on that bread. That shit be jumping. Nigga was eating them tomatoes. I want a tomato sandwich right now. Now I done said some shit. Fucking sloppy joes, shit. You know what I mean? You wanna fuck with mayonnaise? I used to love some mayonnaise. I still love mayonnaise. I used to eat tomatoes, just eat the tomato. Nigga. My grandfather put me on with that shit. My grandfather, that nigga would eat the eyes out the fish, nigga. I watched my grandfather eat the eyes out the fish one day. I was like, ooh. He was old school, nigga, yo. He fried some fish, nigga, eating the eyes out the fish, boy. I'm like, damn, that shit fuck me up right now to this day. But my grandfather would be outside, yo. We'd be outside. He had a grapevine. We'd pick grapes off the grapevine, eat them shits. He always had a watermelon. That nigga always had a watermelon. We'd be outside weighing some watermelon out. And then tomatoes, yo. Tomatoes. You have a little salt shaker. Shake that salt on a tomato. Take a good little bite out of it. Buckwheat ate some thick ass pancakes, my nigga. Buckwheat pancakes is thick as shit. You need all the milk. Oh my gosh. Hope you ain't had no king syrup with them motherfuckers. Buckwheat pancakes and king syrup? Nah, boy, you might go to gastrointestinal distress. Nah, the brown bag bread, I don't remember trying that. The brown bag bread? No, I don't remember trying that. But yeah, yo, nah. Buckwheat pancakes, boy, listen. You about to give birth out this bitch. I did that shit one time. Buckwheat pancakes, nope. That shit is thick. But if we running it back, you're gonna have to let me get some bread down there. Now I go to the African market and get that they got the sweet bread that they make. I picked that shit up. It's like $3. It's fresh and shit like that. It's like 4 ingredients in it. That shit is fucking fantastic. I love it. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I try to get that. My son loves when I make the French toast with that shit. These like the ones from Uncle Buck. I ain't seen that movie in a minute. You know the movie Uncle Buck? I ain't seen that movie in a while. Buckwheat honey? I ain't never had no buckwheat honey. I ain't never had no buckwheat honey. Yo, buckwheat pancakes to me it'd be thick, and then my grandfather would make them sometimes, or my grandmother would make them for him, and then like that king syrup, yo, like the king syrup just fucking is like a fucking multiplier on the thickness. But I love some king syrup growing up, yo. Nigga, you could use king syrup on your pancakes, or you can use that shit as glue on a fucking school project. That shit crazy. I'm just saying. But look, y'all, give me a few minutes or 1 minute. It should take 1 minute. Because, like, they up and running. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to see what they talking about with this booth real quick. All right. Yeah, that king syrup ain't no joke. Question is, which one did you get? Because they had the blue bottle, and they had the red bottle. That red bottle was suicide. That blue bottle was the one. Or was it? Hold on. Which one was it? Hold on. Which one was the thickest one? Was the red bottle the one that wasn't as thick, and then the blue bottle was the one that was fucking just straight molasses? I don't remember. Maybe it was the red that was the one that we always had, and the blue one was the fucking super thick shit. Like, you gotta cut that bitch like cocaine. Yeah, one of them motherfuckers was so thick, nigga. You had to cut that shit. You had to cut that shit, yo, like drugs. One of them was crazy. Maybe it was the blue one that was super thick, and then the red one was the good one. But all I know is, yo, king syrup was good, but that shit, yeah, you had to wash that motherfucker down. You better have the whole fucking gallon next to you, because you gonna go through some milk or some orange juice. Or you might have needed some soda, for the carbonation from the soda to fucking break it up. You might have needed the carbonation from the soda to break that shit up. I don't know. That shit was crazy. used to love me some fucking, boy, breakfast was the shit. Who remember Five Alive? So I would always, so like on Saturdays, so like my grandmother and my grandfather, like when they when they separated or whatever, or they got a divorce, my grandmother went to live with my uncle and shit. And my uncle lived behind us. So my father bought a house in Baltimore and then when he bought a house in this one neighborhood, my one uncle moved like 10 houses down, and then one of the uncles, he moved on the street over, but his backyard and our backyard mirrored up to each other essentially. So my grandmother moved over there with him, and every Saturday morning she be in that bitch making breakfast, boy. We walk out the back door. We walk out the back door of our house and right across the alley to my uncle's house, and then knock right on that motherfucking sliding glass door. Right on that motherfucking sliding glass door and be like, hey yo, we here. We ready to eat. And my grandma used to make pancakes, eggs and bacon, sausage and fucking, and what else? Grits. And nigga, we used to have that Five Alive juice. Five Alive, what would the Five Alive be equivalent to? What would Five Alive be equivalent to? See, Kaiser Sose said that shit was lit. Yo, Five Alive was that man, listen, I don't know what would be the equivalent today of Five Alive. That Five Alive was the shit. We ain't drink nothing but Five Alive, yo. We ain't drink nothing but Five Alive. For breakfast, it was either that or Donald Duck orange juice. But we was like, all right, Donald Duck orange juice straight, but the Five Alive is where it's at right there. That's crazy. Word. Stephen A. Smith out this bitch getting real bold. I like this Stephen A. Smith. I like this Stephen A. Smith. I ain't gonna front, yo. I like this Stephen A. Smith, yo. Nigga, that Five Alive was just, we might have to do a stream on best breakfast combinations, yo. Like, we had to do a stream on that. I do want to do a couple streams, yo. I want to do a stream, and this one stream I want to do is like for women, and it's not no battle of the sexes shit, right? I'm gonna just throw it out there real fast. We might talk about that shit tonight. I don't know. So, I was thinking, right? What's it called? Like the platypus. So the platypus is supposed to be a mammal, but it lays eggs, but it also fucking breastfeeds somehow. The platypus is weird. So I started thinking about that shit in terms of women, right? Like, I want to ask the ladies, like, if you could lay your eggs and then like just do whatever you like, to fucking sit on them bitches like a duck. I don't fucking know, or fucking put blankets on them. If you could still, you ain't no lizard person. You just a regular ass woman, and instead of carrying the baby for 9 months inside of you with all of those fucking side effects and shit, right? And like, not side effects, you know what I mean, like the birth pains and all that other extra shit. And you could just lay the eggs and then just incubate them bitches. Like, would you do that? You know what I mean? Like the fucking platypus. The platypus breastfeeds allegedly, but it's a mammal, but then the motherfucker lay eggs. It's wild. Again, like I said, somebody's little brother got the fucking controller for the fucking simulation we in, and just made some weird shit. Yo, Five Alive juice was that fucking shit, bro. He need to go more for a gubernatorial run. Portia says she never had kids, but she'd rather carry. Like, that's, and I want to know, like, we're gonna have that conversation. We might do that shit tonight, because I'm like, You know what I mean? Just some palate cleanser shit, like, because the politics shit, like, the shit is, like, it's annoying sometimes. But, you know, we talk about the pertinent information, but I be wanting to talk about all those dumbass shit that come through my head. Like, that's some shit I just was like, yo, I wonder if a woman could, because, like, they do C-sections and shit, and they have surrogates. Some women just do surrogates, and then, oh, I got a child. So I be wondering, like, yo, what if you could just, the dude knock you up, he bust you open, he knock you up, and then you just fucking go and squat in the corner and fucking shit out an egg, and then you fucking just put towels and shit and keep it warm, and I don't fucking know, whatever you need to do, you know what I mean? And then you have a baby like that, and you ain't gotta have none of the birth, like the labor pains, and, you know, baby kicking the shit out you, and carpal tunnel and all that other shit. Would you do that? And if so, like, would you be against the fucking birthing pods? You know what I mean? Like, I be thinking about crazy shit like that. Yeah, they don't got nipples, so how they breastfeed? That's the crazy part. I'm having scrambled carrot with steak is wild. You think platypus came from Plum Island? They got venom. Yeah, because ain't they venomous too? Like, ain't no mammal venomous. Like, it's weird. It's crazy as shit. The only platypus I ever thought about was Perry the platypus from fucking Phineas and Ferb. That used to be my shit right there. Phineas and Ferb. I used to watch that shit all the time. Grown ass fucking man watching Phineas and Ferb. No kids in the room. Just Phineas and Ferb. Same name with Bluey and shit. I gotta get some new glasses. I gotta get a new prescription. Some new glasses. Same name with Bluey. I just found out that apparently the insurance company covers lenses for the fucking lenses for the my Meta glasses. I'm like, word? Shit, let me get that done. But I need to go get a new prescription first before I do that. You see it as a statement from God's creativity. Uh-oh. Dan Bongino just went live. I'm disillusioned with Dan. Dan sold out. Oh, Fairly Odd Parents. That's the one where Cosmo gave birth. Human women can have multiple nipples. Well, y'all got 2 nipples. Now, 4 nipples would be. Imagine a motorboating session with 4 of them motherfuckers. Yeah, I seen a clip of that. He was with his wife going somewhere, and somebody called him a pedo protector or some shit like that. Fairly Odd Parents was fired till Cosmo gave birth. Yeah, I used to watch that shit too. Yeah, somebody put that in the chat already. Holden, yep, he died. The owner of the that's crazy. I wonder who gonna buy it up. Who do you think gonna buy OnlyFans? How'd he die? Anybody know how he died? Did he just drop dead, or botched robbery, home invasion? Did he shoot himself twice in the back of the head? I used to listen to Dan. I thought Dan was on the up and up. Then I was like, man, this nigga just got in here and just sold. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm just saying, I like a good nipple. Shit. I like a good nipple now, gosh dang it. Oh, Shark Dog. I seen my nephew watching that. Like, I like Bluey. Bluey my shit though, yo. I wasn't even paying attention. My nephew was watching it one day. I wasn't even paying attention to that shit. And then I saw a part where I guess Bluey was in a dilemma and she was asking her dad about it. And he got down on one knee and tried to explain it to her. And he was like, what did he say? He's like, you understand? And she was like, no. He was like, you'll figure it out. And then he just walked the fuck off. I said, what show is this? It got all Family Matters-ish. And the music was playing. And he was trying to be really like, just help her out. And like, you get it? No. I'm like, you'll figure it out. And he just walked the fuck off. I was like, yo, what show is this? And then I started watching it. It was like, yo, Bluey is fire. Bluey is fucking fire. Oh, really? He had a video of him training 2 days prior. He looked healthy, and then all of a sudden he out of the picture. You think that? Oh, you think Carlos is? I guess apparently his real name was Carlos. You think Chuck Norris was sacrificed? Is that what you think? Yeah, Bandit. Bandit, he a good dad on the show. The mother, what's her name? Chili. Chili, she a solid mom. Nigga, the MC Hammer cartoon was my shit. The MC Hammer cartoon was my shit. Hammerman? He turned into Hammerman. It was called Hammerman, wasn't it? The show was called Hammerman. Yo, Hammerman was my shit. He had them shoes. He had the shoes that James Brown gave to him, and then he put them shoes on. He had fucking superpowers. Yeah, I watched that joint. That was my shit. Yeah, I just thought he was 86 and he was old. I didn't know the nigga was training and shit, and then he just something happened. I hope he ain't take that fucking jab. A Andre 3000 cartoon. Fucking world you from? I don't remember no Andre 3000 cartoon. I remember Wayne Heads. Wayne Heads was the shit. No, it wasn't The Rock. It was Batista and Jason Momoa. It's on Netflix. It's a decent movie. It's not a bad movie. Oh, Class 3000. You're right. I remember Class 3000. It was short-lived. You're right. I do remember Class 3000. I remember that. I do remember that shit. It wasn't a bad car. Because that's where I learned the word haberdashery. That's where I learned the word haberdashery. It was off of the Class 3000 show. It had like one season, right? I remember that shit. That's where I learned that word haberdashery. I was like, haberdashery? What's that? Oh, fucking hat shop. Oh. Yeah, I remember that. I remember fucking Wayne Heads, Hammerman, the PJs. What else? Seabear and Jamal. Who remember Seabear and Jamal? That was the shit. Tone Loc was the bear and shit. Yo, cartoons was lit back in the day, nigga. You want a reboot of the PJs? I mean, you could. Would it be still claymation though? I mean, you got AI that could do the claymation shit for you essentially. Or the claymation look. And Eddie Murphy's still here. Kid and Play had a cartoon, that's true. I think they tried a lot of that shit. Hammerman was lit. Fucking James Brown gave him some super shoes and shit. James Brown gave him some super shoes. That shit is crazy. That nigga turned into Hammerman. What was his name? What was his regular name and shit? I forgot what it was. It was on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. That nigga put them shoes on, turned into Hammerman. That is funny. I'm gonna have to find. We have to fucking find some clips of Hammerman on YouTube tonight. Oh shit, that shit was funny. I like Hammerman. Stanley, that's what it was. It was Stanley. It was Stanley. Yeah, it was Stanley. That's funny that you remember that. He pulled that shit out the ether right there. Stanley. That was what it was. His name was Stanley. Oh my gosh, yo. Those was the days, yo. Then what I used to watch? Back to the Future had a cartoon. That was my shit. Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Stanley Burrell. Cowboys of Moo Mesa. That was my shit. Captain Bucky O'Hare. So like when I woke up in the morning, Bucky O'Hare came on at 6:30. After he went off, it was no. Bucky O'Hare came on at 6 a.m. Then 6:30 was Fantastic Four. On another space adventure, they were hit by cosmic rays. I remember the whole fucking intro. No need to fear, they're here. They're called for four. Y'all remember that shit? But then after that, the Iron Man cartoon came on. The Iron Man cartoon that came on. That was at 7. I don't remember. And then I would switch channels until X-Men came on. And that's when I would see like Cowboys of Moo Mesa and shit like that. Recess, that was my shit. Oh, I remember the Men in Black cartoon. I remember that. Recess, Pepper Ann. For some reason I like Pepper Ann. Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann. Pepper Ann was a good show too. Recess was my shit. Spinelli always wanted to smoke. Spinelli always wanted that smoke. Yeah. Cartoons with Doug. Doug was my jam, yo. Doug was like my favorite cartoon. Period. I used to love watching Doug. For some reason, I felt like I fucking resonated with Doug or some shit like that. Oh yeah, some of them cartoons was written for adults, especially like Rocko's Modern Life. When you go back and you watch, like people be clipping that shit. You go back and watch certain episodes, like the one where Heifer and Rocko was trying to check into the hotel because they was on like some road trip, and they checked into one of them fucking whorehouses, and the guy. He said, so how long? And they said, 1 night. And the guy said, that long? As a kid, you don't catch that shit. As an adult, you're like, hey, yo, that's crazy. Oh, yeah. And it wasn't even, it was just do. Cow and Chicken, that was a good show. I used to like Cow and Chicken. Cat Dog, that was Angry Beavers. That show was crazy. Yeah, Rocko was a wild ass show. But then when we find out all them fucking pedophiles at fucking Disney, now we know why Rocko was the way Rocko was. That show was. It's crazy. Ren and Stimpy was just nuts. Remember Powdered Toast Man? Is that his name? Powdered Toast Man? Cinnamon Powdered Toast Man? And he would like fart and fly and shit. Ren and Stimpy was crazy. And my dumb ass, I used to watch Ren and Stimpy all the time. That shit was crazy. I used to laugh and shit. Some of the inside jokes I didn't get. Yeah, motherfucking Powdered Toast Man. Oh, Billy and Mandy, I remember that. I ain't like Ed, Edd n Eddy. Ed, Edd n Eddy, I wasn't a big fan of. Billy and Mandy was good. I did like that. Nigga, powdered toast, man. And then what was the horse? No, sir, I didn't like it. They always interview the horse like, no, sir, I didn't like it. What was the horse name, yo? Or Ren and Stimpy? That shit used to make me laugh so hard. They always interview him. He like, with a serious face. No, sir. No, sir, I didn't like it. Remember the what? Action League Now? Action League Now. That sounds familiar. Action League Now sounds familiar. Mr. Horse. There was just some shit like Mr. Horse. That nigga said, no, sir, I didn't like it. I don't know why that shit used to crack me the fuck up, but it did. Kablam. Oh, I remember Kablam. I do remember Kablam. Oh, Real Monsters? Yeah. Kids Next Door was the shit. That's the ones that was like the little secret agent kids and shit, right? Big Bad Beetleborgs. Yeah, I tried to get my son into that. I tried to show him that shit. That nigga was not. He wasn't with it. He didn't give a fuck about Big Bad Beetleborgs. That's weird. What's it? Yeah, my wife don't fuck my seat up. Like that. Number 1 and 5 from what Kids Next Door. I remember Droopy Master Detective. Kids Next Door was top 10. Yeah, it was Cartoon Network, right? A pup named Scooby-Doo. A pup named Scooby-Doo was my shit. My son liked that. He liked the pup named Scooby-Doo. I do remember, like, I vaguely remember Action League Now. There's a bunch of shit. Even like we go to like the regular live action shit, like Pete and Pete. Pete and Pete was my jam. I used to like me some Pete and Pete. Pete and Pete had a great intro. Their song, that intro for Pete and Pete was the shit. Dum dum dum. Remember that shit? I don't know what the fuck they're saying. That's something strange. You remember that shit? You're looking at the living something. I can't say what you, babe. Hey Cindy, na 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 na. Johnny Bravo, yeah, Johnny Bravo was that. My father used to call me Johnny Bravo and shit. When, I believe it or not, I used to make money modeling. Like I actually was with an agency and I actually made money as a print model. My father started calling me Zoolander and Johnny Bravo and shit. Ben 10, I was a little older, but Ben 10 was decent. This the thing though, right? Generator Rex, I do remember that. Like, me and Jay had subscribed, and I'm still subscribed apparently to this. We was talking about on the stream one time. It's I forgot what it's called. It's on, I can't remember what it's called now. But we subscribed to some service, and we was hoping that they would show like the 90s and the 2000s shows, but they showing like fucking Tom and Jerry and shit, wacky races and shit. I'm about to get rid of that shit because I heard Cartoon Network coming out with some shit. Ain't Cartoon Network coming out with some streaming service? Oh, word? Tubi got a lot of that shit? Stop lying. You serious? I was only using Tubi to watch Amen and Mama's Family. I am not lying to you, yo. I was sitting in the house one day. I forgot. I think I was sick or something. I think I broke my foot. I forgot what it was. I was just sitting in the house. I was like, let's go on Tubi. There you go. I was watching Amen and fucking Mama's Family and something else on Tubi. Yeah, I like Mama's Family. All right, guys. It was Amen, Mama's Family, and something else on Tubi, yo. Oh, man, that shit was funny. Tubi, I'm about to start, because I still got it on there. I'm about to start looking at Tubi, see what else they got. Amen was my shit, yo. Nobody remember Pete and Pete, though? Flavor of Love was on. I watched like the first season. I thought it was entertaining, but then I just got away from it. Damn, nobody remember Pete and Pete? Am I that old? They had Artie, the strongest man in the world and shit. Artie was crazy. Artie was fucking funny. Y'all gotta go watch Pete and Pete. Pete and Pete was a great show. Yeah, he had the birthmark. It was shaped like, well, the birthmark was shaped like a state or some shit like that. And then he had the younger brother Pete had Petunia on his forearm and shit. The lady in the red dress, Petunia. Yeah, Mr. Swirly. Mr. Swirly was trying to retire and shit. Mr. Tasty. Pause. Mr. Tasty, not Mr. Swirly, Mr. Tasty. Mr. Tasty was trying to retire and he ain't show up one summer. That nigga ain't show up one summer. And them kids was going crazy. Yeah, I'm about to fuck with Tubi. If that's the case. Mr. Tasty. Pause. Woo, you Mr. Tasty. The kids was going crazy. The whole summer, them niggas was no ice cream, no popsicles. Rampage Jackson Diddler. That's pause worthy. That shit was funny. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here we go with we got a bot in here. Y'all can handle him. Or whatever the fuck he is. Motherfucker said boy with the hard R and shit. This motherfucker said boy with the hard R. Do I have any moderators over on Kick? Salute Your Shorts was the shit. They only had like 2 seasons, right? I bought that shit. Or I don't even know if you can call it buying it when you buy it on like Amazon and then the shit's just digital. Because once you get rid of your account, that shit gone. I bought it because I wanted my kids to get into like some of the older shows I used to watch. You know what I mean? So I was like, I had that. I got Pete and Pete. My son actually likes Pete and Pete. There's a couple things I bought, but then like Disney put a lot of that shit on their shit, so then I ain't had to really do that no more. You ain't got one on Kick yet, yo? That's crazy. I thought I gave you one. That's crazy. I thought I gave you a fucking hammer on Kick. Wild. I think Mike got a hammer though. Alright, I'm gonna take care of that shit tonight. I think Mike got a hammer. Oh, the Looney Tunes show from the 2000s, that shit was fucking hilarious. I think that was better than regular Looney Tunes. I know exactly what you're talking about. That shit was fucking funny. I'm a big ass kid, yo. I remember when I was that's crazy. I got you, bro. But I remember back in the day, yo, get me a big ass bowl of cereal. I go like get right at the edge of the bed. My mother be knocked out watching my cartoons because she had the bigger TV in her room. You know what I mean? She had that big ass Animaniacs was my shit too. Animaniacs had some inside jokes. WB Kids, yeah. Because I remember they had they afternoon cartoons and it ended with Batman the animated series. Batman the animated series is goated. Batman the animated series is goated. That was just premium cartoons right there. I didn't like Gargoyles because then they came up with Gargoyles. That wasn't my shit. I didn't like Gargoyles. Oh no, I had to take a call. We also had USA Cartoon Express. I don't remember Cartoon Express on USA. USA had a cartoon, like some cartoons? I didn't know. Huh. You talking about the channel USA, the USA channel, right? I remember the USA channel. The USA channel was a good channel, low key. It had some good shows and shit on there. And and they had sports. The USA channel did sports too. It did like I wouldn't say obscure sports, but like it had football. It had some football shit. I remember USA Channel. What the fuck happened to USA Channel? It really just died like that? Somebody had to have bought that shit. Oh, Disney XD? Yeah, Disney XD had what's the one show my daughter used to watch? That's Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is my shit. Like my daughter used to watch that shit. I remember one day she was watching. What are you watching? I was like, oh, I like this cartoon. Gravity Falls was good. It had Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Savage Dragon. What? Street Fighter had a cartoon? I never knew that. That's crazy. But at the same time, when I was coming up, like in the 90s, like we ain't really had like, we had cable, but we didn't. Damn. But yeah, Gravity Falls used to come on Disney XD. That shit was funny. Didn't Ben 10 come on Disney XD? No, that was Cartoon Network too. Yeah. Goof Troop got it. Everybody talk about DuckTales intro is the greatest intro. Goof Troop's cartoon intro, that shit is fire. I remember Spike TV. I do remember Spike TV. Disney XD ran Naruto episodes. I ain't never watched Naruto. Darkwing Duck was my shit too. He had a good intro too, but yo, go back and listen to the Goof Troop intro, yo. That shit was dope. I mean, DuckTales intro is fantastic, but Goof Troop's fucking intro is you could jam out to that shit. If I had my tablet in here, I would have hooked it to the thing so we could have listened. Y'all need me to binge anime? Bonkers? Yeah, totally nuts. I like Bonkers. Bonkers was a good show. That's what he was like. He was like that. It kind of reminded me of like Roger Rabbit, kind of sort of like he was like the TV star, and then he became a police officer with the little fat man. They always over that nigga. The detective, that nigga was always over Bonkers. The other nigga was like, yo, this nigga gotta go. Bonkers was on some dumb shit. I do remember Bonkers when Bonkers came out. I did like Bonkers. That nigga was always over that shit. If he could have fucking killed Bonkers, he'd have fucking shot that nigga and got away with it. Personally, Puka was great. I don't know what that is. And you got the little double horns. What is Puka? That sounds like some fucking Skinamax shit. Is that some Skinamax anime, Portia? Portia watching that Skinamax anime and shit. Nigga. Who Framed Roger Rabbit still holds up to this day? She chased the guy around town like ninjas. Oh, Lord. Who Framed Roger Rabbit holds up to this day? Jessica Rabbit can still get the gooping. Patty cake! Patty cake! Patty cake! She went out and played patty cake on us, nigga. He lost his goddamn mind. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a fucking classic, yo. We might have to do that on movie night one night. You still looking for your Jessica Rabbit? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where you gonna find that at. I need to clean these seats. But yeah, those were the days, yo. These kids got cartoons that look like they a whole acid trip. Then all these cartoons got agendas in them. They try to turn the kids gay and shit, trans, and all this shit. All this shit. Cartoons was the shit until 2008. I feel like after 2008, cartoons became real fucking crazy. Kirby, I do remember the Kirby cartoon. I remember the Super Mario Brothers cartoon. I used to watch that shit. That shit was the jam. Super Mario Brothers cartoon was the shit. I'm sure. I remember Bakugan. Never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched Pokemon sometimes. Bakugan. I do remember Bakugan. That one was Bakugan was kind of intense a little bit. Yeah, Legend of Zelda. I remember that one. Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger cartoon. I remember that. Was it Toxic Avenger? I think it's Toxic Avenger cartoon. Jackie Chan. I remember the Jackie Chan adventures and shit. The Legend of Zelda. That's a deep cut though. The Legend of Zelda cartoon is a deep cut. But that's one game I couldn't really get into. Toxic Crusader, that's who it is. The Toxic Crusader. Uncle. That's right, because his uncle, yeah, that's right. It was what, Jackie Chan, his uncle, and like his niece or something like that. Fucking Magic School Bus was my jam. Yeah, his niece Jade, that's right. Magic School Bus was the jam. Ooh. Who remember Fantastic Max? Cops? I don't remember that. Fantastic Max was my shit. What's the one that Bruce Willis, like I used to watch it too. It was like a secret agent baby or some shit. Yeah, the baby with the mohawk. Yeah. Fantastic Max. Oh, Static Shock was it. I did like Static Shock. Yo, Static Shock and the DC-52s, yo. That shit is a good fucking comic. That's it, Bruno the Kid. That's the name of it. Bruno the Kid. That's it. That's the one with Bruce Willis voicing the character, right? That's right, Bruno the Kid. That's the name of that show. And then Mighty Max. Mighty Max was good too. Mighty Max was fire. Our niggas over here chanting and shit in the chat. People looking at him like, the fuck? You better clack off a vest off this bitch? What are you talking about? That's funny. Yo, that's crazy. I could never think of Bruno the Kid. That's the name of it. That shit. I used to love Bruno the Kid. And Fantastic Max was fucking like Fantastic Max and then Mighty Max. Mighty Max, he was like teleport different places with the fucking big nigga with the sword and shit. The fuck around and be based on Baron Trump's adventures and some shit like that. Oh man. Man, those are the deal. Cartoons was the shit back in the day. I even remember Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock was still out when I was a kid. Schoolhouse Rock was still making shit when I was a kid. Like up until it's like the early 90s. Schoolhouse Rock. I learned a lot of shit through Schoolhouse Rock, and like that's when TV was TV. I learned a lot of shit that I needed to know in school through Schoolhouse Rock and fucking Magic School Bus and Beakman's World. Mighty Max was the male counterpart to Polly Pocket, really? Beekman's World, I used to learn a lot of shit through Beekman's World. And Bill Nye, before he became crazy. The Trust the Science shit. Beekman's World was the shit. They had that big ass rat. Zach Bell. Zach Ball. Hell yeah, those was days, yo. They said that, but they had a study saying that when kids watch like regular ass television, like the shit that we watch, but like without all the fucking crazy colors and shit, it kind of calmed their brain down, and they were more what's the word? Or less hyper and less agitated and shit like that. I used to watch Ronin Warriors. That was my shit. Ronin Warriors used to come on at like, I'd be mad though, because Ronin Warriors would come on at like some weird fucking time. Like, ain't no kids home to watch it. It came on at like 2:30 or something like that, and school ain't get out till like 3 o'clock or 2:15 or something. I'm like, why is this coming on now? Ronin Warriors was my shit. I never got into Dragon Ball Z though. Like all my friends watched Dragon Ball Z, and I never got into Dragon Ball Z. I tried, I just never got into it. It was just like, yo, they're taking like 8 episodes for these niggas to fucking scrap. Hunter x Hunter. Me and my son watched a Hunter x Hunter movie, and I remember you guys said something about Hunter x Hunter one day, and then my son's name was Hunter, so I was like, Hunter, let's watch Hunter x Hunter. Hunter and Hunter. Is it Hunter and Hunter or Hunter x Hunter? But it was a good ass little movie though. I liked it. Samurai Pizza Cat sounds familiar. Just Hunter x Hunter. Samurai Pizza Cat sounds very familiar. Street Sharks. Who remembers Street Sharks? Erie, Indiana. I don't remember that one. Jawsome pause. Oh shit. You tell your girl that, she's like, did you like it? It was jawsome. Full Metal Alchemist. Can I help you? What the fuck? Goosebumps. I do remember Goosebumps. Goosebumps is alright. Are You Afraid of the Dark was better. Goosebumps was okay, but Are You Afraid of the Dark was better. Are You Afraid of the Dark had like a kind of an eerie fucking intro. Remember that on Snick? What was on Snick? It was all that. Was Secret World of Alex Mack on Snick? No, it was Kenan and Kel. All that, and then I think was it Secret World of Alex Mack, and then it was Are You Afraid of the Dark, or was it just Kenan and Kel, all that, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? I can't remember. But I used to love watching some Snick. Yo, I used to make sure I was in the house with Snick. That's because Amanda Bynes and there was a couple of little girls, and they was looking at her eye. It's a nice truck. Clarissa Explains It All. Yo, Melissa Joan Hart or Topanga from Boy Meets World? Which one? Clarissa or Topanga? Who y'all going for? I'm just asking. Clarissa Explains It All was a good show. Topanga? You made it go with Melissa Joan Hart? I'm just saying. Or Hillary Duff. What was her show name on Disney Channel? What was Hillary Duff's show's name? I can't remember her show. I can't remember her show. It was a good show though. Hillary Duff got them heavies on her now. Hillary Duff got some heavies. Lizzie McGuire, that's it. Lizzie McGuire, that's it. You retract Hillary and go up, and Melissa and go up Hillary. Hillary Duff got some heavies. Y'all see Hillary Duff lately? I'm just saying. Premium milk there. Premium milk. Ain't she married to the dude from Fall Out Boy? The lead singer? I think she married to the lead singer from Fall Out Boy. Hillary Duff or Topanga? Topanga still looked the same. She looked the same. But Hillary Duff or Topanga, that's the question. That's the question right there. Just saying. The finest Cambodian breast milk, y'all tripping. You take it, Hillary? Hey. I'm telling you, I had some good shows back in the day. Damn. Anyway, guys. I'll see y'all back here tonight, 8:30, here on Kick, here on YouTube, youtube.com/CannonHotep, kick.com/CannonHotep, rumble.com/CannonHotep, and Instagram. We're going to be live on Instagram now, so, that'll be fun. Instagram.com/CannonHotep. Yeah, that'll be fun. I think with Instagram, I'm not going to do the vertical stream. I'm going to do a normal stream since I think Instagram lets you go sideways, pause. I feel like I had to say pause when I say let you go sideways. Pause. Anyway, so we're back here tonight, guys. I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about. I think we're going to talk about the whole birthing pods and how women feel about that shit. Make sure y'all in there. Anyway, till next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Because it might not be a tomorrow fucker with Trump in them. I'll let you.